Hello to my beautiful friends and welcome back to Sakura Dungeon. I went around and I did a whole bunch of grinding on our team and explored the area that we were in because there was a lot of stuff to go through and I kind of didn't want to make you guys sit through all those assorted battles. So I powered up our team. Everybody's at least level 25 except for Yomi, who is 27. And there is an event ahead that I thought we could explore together. I don't know what it's gonna be. What is this, Fox? If I were to guess, whoever designed this floor made some stairs for ease of access. I can only hope. So, well, there's a barrel here. And then, Did I fall again? Oh. One of these areas. Oh, by the way, I have been finding areas where there's bunches and bunches of bad guys, but they're weaker, so it's okay. Bad girls, actually, would be the more appropriate term. But everyone's been kind of weaker, so it's been okay. Burp. Okay, go down. Okay, go up. Excellent, we're getting somewhere. Let's see. Oh, this should be able to... Oh, we can go down, or we can go this way. I still really like the cat design. It's so cute. That's my favorite so far. Oh no! Dang it. It sucks to keep falling, but that's what we have to do. Let's see. Maybe go down. And gotta fight the tiger now that I've got a tiger on our team, which is nice. Whoops. What is over? Nope. Just kidding. Turn this way. Go up here. Okay. Fight all of these. We will destroy them with our superpowers. Pew! Oh. Anything... Medium resilience seed. Oh, let me fight this and then I will see who we need to use that on. The medium seeds are nice. Okay, let's see. Medium resilience seed to a maximum of 6. Her or her. Let's use it on Siri. Beautiful. There we go. And then we can backtrack, and go back up. There we go. I knew it was going to be right there. Oddly enough. There is going to be a lot of fighting through in this episode, so once again, if you do fast forward, it will not hurt my feelings. But I do leave the footage in there for those who do like to see all of the battles and stuff like that. The little bit of lewdness with these characters. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Oops! Ah, it wasn't showing up on the map. That's where I just fell. Well, that's a pain in the butt, isn't it? So let's see here. Go ahead, fight. Got it. One thing I might do then, let's use a warding stone. That'll decrease the amount of encounters that we experience so that we can kind of make our way through this dungeon. Okay. Quick save. There we go. We're getting somewhere finally. Except for the battles that we kind of have to do. Oh, well here's a new area. So I guess it's not totally bad. Yes! We unlocked the door, so we've made some progress. Okay, let's turn around. I believe this is the end of this floor. Really? Please tell me you aren't just saying what I want to hear. I feel a strong presence beyond the door. If we're taking into account the usual trend for the previous floors, that means the exit is beyond this door. I wonder if whoever is behind the door is responsible for this floor's design. When I was in charge, monsters were rarely given architectural control over floors. But things have already changed a lot from when I was here. So it is possible. Okay. Well, let's take a look at our team. Let's go ahead and throw Siri and Sylvie. Yomi. Although I really like the cat witch. She's adorable. So we're going to keep her. And then... Okay, we'll do this. This will be our team. Let's go with that. We're going to go ahead and save the game. And I think I have a venom shot. I have a toxic bomb scroll. Should I teach that to anybody? I don't know. I guess I'm holding on to it for now. Let's go ahead and save the game, and then we are going to just go ahead and jump right into it since I've leveled this up so much. I feel like we should. Are you guys ready? Let's do this. Siri practically bursts into the room. Whoever is here, show yourself. She's being a lot less careful than before.
How do you expect to defeat this powerful presence if you can't focus? You must be approaching this with a clear mind.
My mind is perfectly clear. I know exactly what goal I'm aiming for.
You sure are mad. That's just adorable. I could just pinch your cheek right now.
Shut it, cat.
That savage primal instinct. Embrace it. Let it become your strength. What? Who is it?
Oh, she's pretty too. She looks a little bit like Yomi. My neighbor's playing music, so you might hear that. A priestly-looking fox girl appears before us. Ah, Amiko. Interesting. Tell me, Fox Spirit, do you know who designed this floor?
Oh, that was me. Why do you ask?
I would like to have a word with you about it. Her eyes are practically glowing with anger at the moment. Calm down, Siri. If you let anger cloud your judgment, you're going to give her the upper hand. I cannot say that I care about that right now.
Well, it looks like my floor design wasn't successful. So I guess I will just have to change it after I'm done with you.
If I win, I will make you change it myself. Pitfalls are common among the lowest, dirtiest traps in existence.
I don't understand why you're so angry about it. You managed to get through it eventually, right?
Only after falling more times than I care to recall. Enough talk. Let us settle this, Fox Spirit.
Very well. If I win, I've decided I'm going to add even more pitfalls instead.
2 fox archers emerge from their hiding places.
I would rather not be outnumbered, however.
So, looks like she is going to have people to help her. Oh no! Okay, so 27, that's not so bad. Should we take out her first or her little friends? Let's try Avalanche. Ouch! Poor kitty cat. Let's see. Thunderstorm? Yes! So they dodged that. Let's see. Tornado. Ooh. Okay. Resistance. Let's try Whirlwind. Guard. Shot. Got her. I want to take her out first. Let's see if I can do an automatic. Got it! Perfect. I feel much better now. Why do you hate pitfalls so much anyway? Well, I saw another adventurer in my party fall into a pit trap, and there was some sort of slime creature at the bottom of it. Needless to say, I cannot help but feel anxious around them remembering that. Do not be so narrow-minded. Slimes can be a lot of fun. I think we really need to expand your horizons, Siri. I will pass, thank you. Once again, sorry if you can hear the music outside.
I can relate to how much you hate them.
The fox archer looks down at her bow.
Believe it or not, but arrows are not very effective against slime monsters. I usually have to end up using my bow as a cudgel. Cast a spell, cause an explosion! No more slime, no more nasty gelatin tentacles!
You realize that not everyone can simply cast a spell to solve their problems, don't you?
Yes, I am a very lucky cat.
Siri just sighs.
Such creatures have attacked me before. It was a thrilling struggle, two predators clashing with all their might. You should learn to make the most of bad situations.
Or I could just avoid those situations in the first place. The important thing is that we have passed yet another floor. How much further do you think we have to go? I'm not sure yet, but I'm certain that we are far from the final floor. Right. She looks down at the floor. You talked about home on the last floor. I'm feeling a bit homesick too. Some of my friends at the guild are probably wondering what happened to me. I know how you feel. Ever since the Elven Metropolis was established, I've had little reason to travel, save for the rare expedition. But now, I do wish I was home. Nonetheless, I'm glad to be here. I owe Yomi a debt after all. You do not owe me anything, and if you're feeling homesick, Siri, perhaps you would like to visit your guild sometime. Do we have any time to do something like that? I do not see why not. Well, I understand the necessity for clearing out this dungeon as soon as possible, but I would appreciate it if we took the time to visit my guild. Just talk to me whenever you would like to do that. No problem. For now, shall we press on? Absolutely. There's that music out there, side. So we can go down deeper. Oh. Interesting. Another way down. Can we probably not? Oh! Yes! A teleporter! My favorite. Oh, we have so much money, you guys. That is crazy. Let's see. We've got these scrolls, which are very nice. And we've got more things that we can buy. I'll hold on to that stuff for now. Let's do an official save. And I don't think we have any monsters. Isabelle doesn't have anything. Let's see. If we go to walk around town. Teach Siri a new skill. Is this going to be one of those weird cutscenes? Let's find out. There's something we need to discuss, Siri. Yes? What's on your mind? Since I am now joining you in battle, you no longer have to use the capture spell. Would you like it if I taught you how to channel your mana into an attack instead? Well, I suppose it would be handy to be able to use some form of magic. At the same time, I've been fairly effective at capturing monsters so far. So it's a question of who would be better suited to the task. Take your time and think about it, and I will respect your decision. Yes. Very well. I will leave the capturing of new recruits to you. Oh? You call them recruits now? Well, I can't exactly call it slavery. Anyway, show me how to use this magic. With pleasure, Siri. I hope it serves you well. Astral Blade. Ooh. Cool. We got an achievement, Astral Blade. So that means Siri. Let me see. Cool. Divine Energy Attack. That is really cool. Let's see. I wonder what else. Check out Charlotte's Curios. Charlotte, my shopkeeper, imports a number of curious and strange objects from around the world. I can only imagine how far her connections have reached while I have been absent. Although most of the items she imports would have absolutely no practical use when exploring, I cannot help but look through her shop to find some novelties now and then.
Welcome back, my humble master. Are your stocks of dungeon items running low again?
I am not here for that today, Charlotte. I begin to look across the shelves. So many curious items. Powders, exotic substances from other lands, and some things which I cannot quite make sense of. I pick up a vial of strange colored powder. gives off a vivid blue sheen in the light. So what exactly is this meant to be?
Oh, that's just ground up seeds. As far as I know, it comes from a region where the natives grind the seeds of plants and use it to make body paint.
Does it do anything else?
No, not at all. It's just ground up colorful seeds.
For what purpose would you stock this powder?
We have a lot of unusual clients who pass through here, my humble master.
I stock a variety of items so that I have something to appeal to all tastes. Small and curious seems impractical items can be irresistible to some customers. I see. I begin to smile as an idea forms in my head. I would like to take it.
What could you possibly want with that? They're nothing but a cheap novelty.
That's the point. Cheap novelties can be the best novelties at times.
Well, I will not pretend that I understand what you have in mind, but I hope the body paint brings you amusement, my humble master.
Oh no, you guys.
Hello, Yomi? Are you here?
Siri looks around her trying to find me.
Why did you ask me to come here?
Nice to see you, Siri.
What is this about, Yomi?
I wanted to give you a nice surprise since you've been doing such a great job.
A nice surprise?
She looks around her. I'm not really seeing much of anything here, Yomi. I click my fingers. Servants clad in very little begin to pour from adjacent rooms. These girls will tell you about it in a minute.
Wait, what are you holding?
All of them are carrying brushes and small jars of colorful substances. Oh god, you guys. YouTube demonetization. Relax, Siri. It's just paint.
But what are you gonna do with the paint?
Why don't you remove your armor and find out? Siri looks apprehensively down at herself.
Well, I can just wash the paint off anyway. That's why we're at a bath, right?
Exactly. I want you to enjoy this, Siri.
If you say so.
Awkwardly, she pushes her armor aside.
Let's get this over with.
Of course. We have the censored version. They're actually really good at painting. Because it looks really goopy, but at the same time, it's like very latexy paint. Y'all done looking? You done being weirdos? After some time, the girls have created quite an amazing outfit for Siri. Their delicate brushes create stroke after stroke of color across the surface of her skin. I'm gonna do like an audiobook.
Where do you think you're putting that brush?
Siri constantly tries to bat away the invasive brushes only for others to touch her where she isn't protecting herself. I think you look great, Siri. Don't you love your new body paint outfit?
No, it's disgusting and vulgar.
She tries to cover herself with embarrassment. I know you really love things like this. Why else would you be willing to take off your armor?
I didn't know you'd be doing something like this. Just look at me.
I am looking at you. It is wonderful to see you with all of that constraining armor. Honestly, Siri, how did a beautiful woman like you not choose a profession more befitting of your beauty? However, there is a certain beauty to a strong, powerful heroine who protects the innocent. The girls around her grin and giggle, continuing to paint on Siri's lewd body paint suit. One of them begins to make brushes across the surface of Siri's back.
Stop that! It feels odd!
One of them tickles her on the neck.
No, not there too! We all know you're liking every minute of it.
One of the servants pokes her in the back with their brush. That makes Siri let out a small cry of shock. Oh, that sounded fairly lewd, Siri. It's almost like you enjoy being teased. She just looks down at herself.
No, this isn't nice at all. Not at all.
I swear, how is she so pure? A veteran dungeon delver yet unable to handle herself in a situation like this?
Can we be done soon?
I think this joke has gone on long enough. I think this joke has gone on long enough.
It only ends when we let it end.
Another delicate stroke of paintbrush makes Siri yelp.
After all, your outfit is far from done. Yomi said that we could keep going until your whole body is painted all over.
Siri just looks at me with embarrassment. I can't help but give her a sultry smile.
It's not like that. It's not like that at all.
That was the most lewd thing I think I've ever read. After quickly washing herself off, Siri immediately gets back into her armor.
At least it washed off easy.
Of course, it's just ground seats after all.
So,
It wasn't some sort of enchanted body paint that maybe have special side effects? No, it was just really some ground-up powder. Charlotte explicitly told me it had no practical use.
Oh, well, let's forget that happened.
Why would you want to forget it? I'm sure you liked it.
I did not.
Oh, joy. I was saying if we unlock that as an outfit. No. That was so weird. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let's see, we can see how Siri is doing, see how they're both doing. You know what? Let's do some of these this episode. We might as well. I remember Siri mentioning that she wanted to learn archery at one point or another. We do keep an archery range in town. And we do have someone who is able to use a bow now. Perhaps we can arrange some archery lessons. Oh, it's really pretty out here. I like this.
So where are we going?
To the archery range, of course. Since when did we have an archery range? We keep a number of different recreational facilities in town. Archery is just one of them. We approached the fox archer in town.
Oh, it's you. Something I can do to help?
Siri, you said you wanted to learn archery, didn't you? Well, it's only a really offhand comment. But I suppose we could give it a try.
Oh, come on then. I will see what I can teach you.
Very well. You two have fun. I should drop by later and see how Siri's training went. After a few hours, I approached the archery range. I wonder how Siri did. To my shock, the fox archer is kneeling on the floor. She is noticeably bruisier, her clothes in tatters. Now what happened here exactly?
As it turns out, the knight has absolutely no talent for archery at all. Either that or she just has some sort of curse. But I can tell you that she should never pick up a bow again.
For what reason? I am not sure if I'm going to like the answer.
Every time she let loose an arrow, it would not only completely miss the target, but it would never fail to ricochet and almost hit me. I switched to blunt arrowheads to make sure it wasn't fatal, but even then it did hurt a lot.
How unbelievably strange. The distinct probability of that occurring multiple times, even for an inexperienced archer. Siri would either have to be completely hopeless with a bow, or she would definitely have to be cursed. But more importantly, I should attend to the archer. Are you all right? Do your injuries need any kind of treatment? She looks herself up and down.
Could be worse. My ego is bruised more than anything. Despite my best efforts, I could not teach her how to actually use a bow. She simply does not have the talent for it.
Where is she right now?
I do not know. She practically fled the building, apologizing the whole time she was leaving. Even though she nearly skewered me a few times. I couldn't help but feel sorry for her.
Please, have someone attend to your wounds right away. I know they might not feel fatal, but despite her lack of skill, Siri's strong enough to loose arrows very hard.
I noticed. Incredible strength, but no finesse.
The archer rolls onto her back, looking completely exhausted.
Please, no offense, but I think she should never come back here. If a bow ends up in her hands, there's no telling what could happen.
I will keep that in mind. Well, this wasn't exactly the outcome I was expecting. I guess Siri will just have to remain as a melee combatant for the time being. Siri is basically the embodiment of me, because I would be that person. Just like totally awful at it. Let's see how Siri is doing. When we aren't underground, Siri seems to enjoy spending time by herself. In fact, she's sitting in the far corner of the inn right now, enjoying a drink. Walking up to her, I take a seat opposite from where she's facing. Hello, Fox. Did you need something? Not at all. I was just wondering how you were doing. You haven't been too overwhelmed by things lately, have you? Well, there's been a lot that I have to adjust to since I arrived here. Working with monsters like this, it's a very different from working with guild members. How so? Well, everyone here seems to have a common goal. And I don't have to deal with the politics. Politics, you say? Aren't the heroes of human kingdoms really so divided? They can be. Working with people who have a lot of different motives and their own goals for what they're doing, needless to say, you can end up rubbing people the wrong way. Working together as a unified whole with strangers just isn't very simple. I do not doubt that. Are you worried about me or something? Of course I am. You're my subordinate now, I have to look after you. I appreciate that and all, but it's hard to believe you when you used magic to enslave me. That was just insurance. After all, I was not certain that you weren't going to attack me again. Siri lets out a heavy sigh. Anyway, I'm fine. Let me know when we're going to head back into the dungeon. That's no problem, Siri. She returns to her drink, staring into the depths of her tankard. Alright, so we did another. And see how Siri and Sylvie are doing. One thing I've been worried about is how Sylvie is handling Siri. If I were to take a guess, she would be jealous. After all, she used to come see me frequently back then. She holds me in an almost mythical regard. It's a bit off-putting. People praising me excessively is annoying more than anything else. So let's see how these two strong personalities clash with one another. The two of them are sitting at a table, staring at each other. I get the feeling that this is not going to end peacefully. Sylvia is the first to break the silence.
So, what is a human doing here? Let alone an adventurer. I've spent my whole life wanting to work with Yomi, and some random human who bumbled into this town gets to as well? How does that work? I do not care about your petty jealousy. I'm here out of necessity. Yomi defeated me with ease and chose to spare my life. So now I am repaying my debt to her. Even if you do not want me to be here, there's nothing you can do about it. So in other words, she defeated you and made you her servant? Seems fitting for a human. Spare me your ignorance, or arrogance. You are the first elf I have ever seen, and nothing but unpleasant. Whether you like it or not, you're stuck with me for now. So can we just please try and get along? Sylvie just pouts to herself. You just don't understand. Do you realize what's happened to you? Being able to work with Yomi is probably the best thing that's going to happen in your entire short life. Fine, I see how it is. I'm going out for a walk. Siri leaves the inn then. Sylvie just continues to brood to herself. She doesn't get it at all. What a privilege it is to be working with her. She just doesn't get it. Surprisingly, that actually ended better than I thought it would. I was expecting them to actually start fighting with each other. Oh well, it would be absurd to think that my expectations will always be correct. Very cool, and I think there's nothing to do with Isabella. And, oh, we can speak with Sylvie again. Let's go ahead and do that. I've noticed lately that Sylvie has been struggling on several levels. She isn't relying on my power like my other subordinates. I think I need to give her some training in order to help her keep up. Yomi, did you need something from me? I would like you to take a walk with me, Sylvie. A walk? Just us two? Together? Yes. I would love to. Where are we going? It's a secret. She seems to get really excited. Let's see if she appreciates the place I'm about to take her to. After a short walk out of town, we arrive at a serene river near some dense woodlands. Sylvie looks around, not quite certain what to expect. Why are we here, Yomi? I reach down to the river's waters. Pulling it in my hand, I throw it in the air. The droplets shimmer and sparkle in the sunlight, like a twilight vampire. The waters here have incredibly high amounts of magic in them. Exactly. This is a river well known in local legend. If you look deeply into its waters, it's said you can find new insight. Why would I search here for insight when I have an entire library filled to the brim with knowledge? Some things in life can only be learned when you stop and listen. I take a seat by the river, allowing my mind to be emptied. Sit with me, Sylvie. All right. I will trust you on this, Yomi. As time passes, she grows more and more relaxed as she watches the river's coursing water. But she seems to grow impatient as well. Is something supposed to happen? Just wait. After a few minutes, I see something moving underneath the river's surface. They're almost here. Sylvie notices it too. What is that? The shape emerges from the river. We have found a worthy one. Slime girls begin to emerge from the river, all of them watching Sylvie. Sylvie immediately reaches for her staff to cast a spell. Is this going to get lewd? Because I think it is. But I motion for her to stop. Yomi? Just relax.
The slime girls quickly surround her.
You are adorable. What?
I knew this was gonna happen, but technically there is no nudity here, so I'm guessing it's okay. What do you think, you two? Without warning, they begin to press up against her. Unsure of how she should react, she awkwardly sits there, the center of the girls' attention.
What do you want? Why would you be interested in me? Because we like you. In what way? You wanted insight, right? Well, yes.
Sylvia just gets really flustered.
I don't really want attention like that. Just leave me alone.
She pauses as she seems to realize something.
What? I can... Memories of the past course through this river. Accept them.
The slime girls smile at her.
But...
She looks over to me with guilt in her eyes. It's okay, Sylvie. These slimes have been absorbing the lost knowledge of this river for quite some time. All you need to do is remain in contact with them, as you are, and you will find the strength that you need.
Well, I need to know more. So show me more. Gladly.
She pulls one of the slimes toward her. Bit by bit, she allows herself to get into the mood of it. The slime girls gladly oblige with her wishes. With more body contact, I see something flashing in her eyes. Tiny pinpricks of light. Yet her face. She couldn't be more embarrassed at the moment if she wanted to be. Bits of slime begin to crawl across her, touching her all over.
That's cold. A bit more slowly, please. One cannot be slow with knowledge.
It's funny because they talk really slow. As more and more of the slime girls press in, Sylvie begins to mumble to herself.
Oh, that makes sense now. So does this. But...
She shifts about uncomfortably.
I'm not so used to contact like this. Too much rubbing against me. Too much move.
She lets out a small yelp as one of the slime tendrils touches her somewhere. On her shoulder, you guys.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough insight for me. As you wish.
The slime girls begin to retreat back into the river. As soon as they're gone, Sylvie just seems to space out.
I do not know what just happened, but I have just learned so much about the efficient use of arcane magic.
She just quietly sits there.
So they can absorb knowledge now?
The river works in mysterious ways. Those slimes are famous for spreading knowledge through body contact. They only do so when someone takes their fancy, however.
You mean...
Yes. You were just waiting to see if they were going to take notice of you. You were lucky.
Right. Anyway, I don't even know how to feel about all this. So can we please go back to town?
That's fine. Oh, her stats increased! Ah! I didn't know it did that. We gonna do all the lewd things if that's what happens. Conjurer. Ooh, look at that. I'm excited about that kind of stuff. Okay, so next time we'll have to look around later. So the next thing we'll end up doing is exploring the dungeon more. But given the time, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this episode here. That was more lewd reading than I thought that I would ever do on this channel, but I did, and I hope it was funny and enjoyable and not too cringy. Probably was quite a bit cringy though, to be perfectly honest, but I still thought it was funny. And I'm glad I don't have the patched version, so I don't have to go through placing cat faces all over points of the screen, because that would take a lot of time. But I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, leave a thumbs up down below, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you on the next episode of Sakura Dungeon. Bye-bye.